I'm Karen, the Feng Shui lady, and I thought I'd speak to you about clearing the clutter. This is something that pretty much every call that I go on has to deal with. Not every house is cluttered, but they usually have a room or a basement under a bed in a closet that does need the clutter clearing. When I find out what the needs are for the client, a lot of times they say, "Oh, I need you to work on my love corner. I need you to work on the money corner." And when I find out a little bit further, they usually are having some other issues that don't come up. And when I look at that area of their house, I realize there's a lot of clutter. Sometimes it's in the garage and you can't see it. Sometimes it's in the basement. Nevertheless, it needs to be addressed. Garages can be a particularly large problem, especially when they're attached to your home. When your home has an attached garage, that is part of the Bagua map. We actually take a look at it, and that's an area of your life. Oftentimes, if you have a door that's off center and your garage is attached to the front of the house, you have a lot of clutter in the garage. You simply park your cars on the street and you kind of forget about it. This is a huge mistake and typically will result in a lot of problems in either your career or your knowledge and self-cultivation, possibly your spirituality and travel, and it needs to be addressed. One of the things that we suggest you do is you go through all of the clutter and make certain piles, one for going to the charity shop, one for absolute throwaway. Have I used this? Do I need it? If it's something you absolutely have to keep, put it in a nice Rubbermaid bin, make some shelves, pop it on the shelf. That forces you to keep things clear. Maybe you now be able to park your car in the garage. The same thing goes in the basement. Putting things on shelves, putting them in bins that actually fit with labels is the easiest way to clear the clutter and keep things neat and tidy and actually find them. These are the areas that I find that are probably the worst. Under the bed is another issue. Sometimes you have underlying issues that you can't put your finger on, or they actually pertain to the particular gua that your bedroom is in. But under the bed as well can be a really bad spot for keeping a lot of clutter. Once you've cleared the clutter, you usually clear a lot of problems. Out with the old, in with the new is a great saying that you might want to keep in mind when you're going to tackle this problem. A lot of times you actually open things up to allow for new things to come into your life. Things become kind of stagnant and stale. They actually start to smell. That's all part of the clutter and needs to be dealt with. That's my number one tip, is clearing the clutter. And the next time I'm on, I'll address some of the other issues.